good evening, everyone. My name is James Oluwole, and it's an exciting time again having you all join our leadership masterclass today, being the 13th day of April 2025. It's been an exciting time again connecting with you all as we look at an interesting topic, which we started a week ago on the journey to financial wealth creation and retention. I want to believe it's been a great time after we went through the part 1 of 8. The feedback so far has been really, really overwhelming. I would say probably that this should be one of the teachings I have had over the last 1 year that has had much of a greater feedback. And I don't know, maybe because money is interesting to everyone. And the amazement to this is that I share the link to very, very wealthy people within my network and those that I see as high-level mentors. And I am amazed the feedback I have received that they are also dumbfounded with the level of research and real truth that I shared in that first teaching, particularly as we look at the mindset of poverty, and the spirit and the mindset of poverty. It has also arose a lot of questions. So during the week, I have been answering a lot of questions by people on different reasons, but the fact remains that some of the things that we have shared continues to remain valid. And I'm excited that we are continuing on our part 2 today, which I can tell you again is going to be another eye-opener. As much as this is an interesting subject, one of the things I am making an effort to do is we don't want to rush it, but we don't just want to come here and tell you, oh, invest in this, invest in that. No. I have come to realize that the basics and the fundamental are critical, and that is why we are going to that route. We want to address it. Everybody knows what it takes to invest. Everybody knows what it takes to save. But do people do that? The answer is that no. And because people don't do that, now we want to address it. We want people to start having that mindset that, okay, we can do this thing. So what do we need to do to get over there? And that is what I'm encouraging. I believe that as we continue on this engagement today, is going to really, really impact as many again as we continue our journey to wealth creation and retention. And as a way of just recap of our part 1, we looked at the mindset of poverty, we looked at the spirit of poverty, and we kind of dwell so much on that, and it opened a lot of questions. And today there is an aspect of that I would want to conclude, which has to do with an extract from one of the books I read recently, which is from The Pathway of Wealth. There is an important aspect in that book which also has to do with the mindset of the poor. So I want to touch on that briefly. Then we will go to another very interesting topic, which is why should you be wealthy? Why should I be wealthy? What is the need? Why do we want to have to become financially wealthy? And I can tell you that the why will be answered today, and everyone will have the choice. Either they want to become wealthy financially or otherwise. So let's quickly look at the mindset of the poor. This is a continuation from the last section. And from there, we will go to why we want to be wealthy. And then we will see how time can help us to through. On the mindset to be wealthy, as I said, this is an extra from my mentor, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, in his book, The Pathway to Wealth. He shared 4 to 5 mindsets of the poor, and I just want to run them very quickly. Number 1 mindset is what we call the nomadic mentality. In the book, The Pathway to Wealth, it said people with nomadic mentality, they go from job to job. That is another mindset of the poor. They go from place to place. They go from business to business. They gather certificate without focus and consistency. That is another mindset of the poor. Nomadic mentality. They feel that it is by going from one job to the other that they will become financially wealthy. They feel that their financial independence would happen as a result of moving from a location, like a location in Africa, and going to Europe, or changing a business. They feel that that is what will result to them becoming financially wealthy. In fact, there is a misconception where people feel that gathering certificates, so going for certification programs, going for MBA, going for PhD, and all of the rest would help them to become financially wealthy. And that has been a mindset of many people. Now, why there is nothing bad in getting certificates, in changing business, you must understand your passion and your purpose around it. Because if the purpose is just because you want to give a try and everything you keep trying, you keep doing this, you lack focus and consistency, one may miss it. And this is where this group fall into. They lack the staying power to concentrate on one thing until it produces. That's the weakness. The concentration to focus on one thing. That's where they are lacking. They are never patient to go through the pain of growth. The nomadic mentality is also another mindset of the poor that we need to address. Nomads are wanderers without any plan to own anything. All they do is to wipe out the resources they see in a place and move on to the next place. That's the mindset of the poor. They are nomadic. All they want is they come here, they pick what they can, they leave. And I see that happening particularly at the professional setup. In our developmental work, you see people being in an organization and after 2-3 years, they exit again to another one. They are just wanderers. And they forget the fact that focus and consistency is what changed the game. Now, and I have shared this severally in how to become a valued employee. The research that was done, by Jim Collins and his team, where it was said that great organization, great people, even in career and businesses, are people that stay on in one thing for a very long time. They maintain that focus, they grow from there, and they become great. And an example of that is Jake Welch. Jake Welch of the General Electric. He grew from his career for over 35 years before he became a CEO. And he's been recognized as one of the best CEO on earth ever built, ever had. And he made significant impact, even without owning a company. So let me also clarify that sometimes this nomadic mentality makes us feel that we just need to keep moving. We leave one place to the other just for survival basis, and we never achieve significance. So the mentality of the poor is nomadic mentality, which we have to address. The second mentality, according to the book, The Pathway to Wealth, is what we call the consumer mentality. Now, these people, all they are just after is to consume all they have and never thinking of producing. Everything that comes their way, consumption, they will tell you, oh, it is God that provides their bread, and he will surely provide again when they finish the bread in their hand. Consumer mentality. That's another mindset of the poor. People are just after consumption, and that is our problem here in Africa. Our African nation, and the reason we have been known as the third world countries, is because our leaders and our nations have continued to remain a consumer nation, consuming nation. No value, no production, and it has continued to set us apart. It has continued to impact economic, impact our resources, impact our currency, impact everything. Why? Because of a consumer mentality. Consumption is very critical, and we need to address that. Another interesting point, which is the number 3 pathway in terms of the mindset of the poor, is what we call the victim and entitlement mentality. Victim and entitlement mentality. This mindset is the most terrible among it all. The victim and the entitlement mentality. These people, they are terrible. It is terrible because they always feel victimized. They always feel marginalized and always feeling that someone owes them, owe them something which they must receive. So they use their emotion to get you to always meet up their needs. And that's the mindset of the poor. They spend money that they don't have. They plan on other people's money, which they never worked for. You will see them calculating another person's salary and say, oh, when this person receives the salary, oh, that my uncle will buy me my car in the next 5 months. The person will, my uncle says he will buy my car. So they are already calculating. They are already calculating that, okay, my rent, this person is the one that I will call to pay my rent. Then this one will be the one to buy my Christmas clothes, my children's school fees. They are calculating for people because what they have a victimized and an entitlement mentality. That's the mindset of the poor. They play on people's emotion. In fact, they make you feel guilty. They make you feel bad that you are not taking responsibility to take care of them, as if it is your responsibility, because it's a mindset. No one, let me also share that no one can make you fail without your permission. So whatever you allow or permit is what you get. You cannot continue to give excuses and shifting blames. You cannot. And doing that indicates that it's a trademark of a poor mindset. When everything you do is to keep giving excuses why you cannot do this, and you are waiting for somebody to take responsibility on your behalf, that's a lazy mentality. That's a poverty mentality. Look, we are addressing truth here. And this is why, for instance, many spiritual leaders or even parents, they use this to emotionally blackmail their children, which is wrong. Now, we are not saying people shouldn't help. But you don't use a victim mentality. You don't use an entitlement mentality to get what you want. No. For every excuse you give, there are thousands and one people with worse circumstances that have made it. Victim mentality keeps you in the same spot for life, except you eradicate it. You must eradicate it. Our next point is what we call the civil service and salary mentality. That's another mindset of the poor. Civil service and salary mentality. Many, they stay in poverty zone because they live all their lives expecting their boss, their employer, the government, or their salary to make them rich and wealthy. Please wake up. Your boss is not your source, but your resource. Your job is not your source, but your resource. That business you are doing is not your source, but your resource. Your employer is not your source, but your resource. Your employer is not your source, but your resource. The government is not your source, but just a resource. Your salary is not your source, it is your resource. When you understand this thing, it delivers you from the mentality of the poor that your salary is. So many people are working for salary, and nobody ever works for salary and makes it in life. Poverty mentality. It is not your employer's responsibility to make you rich. It is never your employer's responsibility to make you rich. The responsibility is yours. It is not even the government's responsibility to make you rich. The government is to create an enabling environment for you. That's the responsibility of the government. Your employer is to pay your salary or your wages, which becomes your seed for investment and wealth creation. It is not how much you earn that matters, but what you do with what you earn. So no matter what you are paid, if you do the right thing with your salary, you can't, if you don't do the right thing with your salary, you can't change your story. So there must be a responsibility from us. That salary mentality. Now, are we saying people not to work? No. Are we saying people not to earn salary? No. But your motive of working shouldn't be because I want to earn salary. And we have this as a problem. You see people joining government jobs, and they know there are directors that have retired, and you see their retirement life, you pity them. And you still want to stay on that job for 35 years, not thinking of an exit strategy or how you can transform and grow yourself within a shortest period of time so that you can generate more income without shady deals or stealing. Is a mentality of the poor. Many people think, oh, job security. And because of job security, they remain redundant and they are not adding value. You must move from salary mentality to income and investment mentality by thinking of problem solving and adding value to people. That's the way to go. When there is a shift in your mindset, you suddenly grab the difference between being a salary earner and being an income earner. That is what I want people to be here. That when we say become an income earner, think of it that any job you are doing, let it be towards solving a problem. So every day you go to that office, you go to that your business, think of what else can I do to add value? What else can I do to improve this job? I can tell you, when your focus is on problem solving and adding value, I'm telling you, you will get transformation in your salary and your income. But when you change your thoughts and your focus is towards a salary, you may miss it. If you hope to become rich and wealthy through your salary alone, you may wait for long. Because only 2% of the millionaires in the world become one through receiving salaries. Only 2% of millionaires in the world become rich through earning salaries. And go and check those people so that you can understand what they do. And I want to encourage you to go through that journey. So there are options that are available for us, so we don't need to become a salary mentality. And not number 5 is we also have people that we call prosperity materialism mentality. And this category of people, the only reason they want to become wealthy or to become rich is so that they can acquire material possession and get comfort for their self alone. Their mindset is so wrong because it is all about them and them only. You must move from prosperity mindedness to posterity mindedness, with a desire to use your wealth not only to positively affect your generation, but also leave a legacy for future generations. That is what every one of us should aim at. That what legacy am I ready to put through? That's the purpose of wealth. If your purpose of wealth is towards prosperity material, you want to gather it and keep that, man, you will live a frustrated life, even when you have the wealth. You will misuse the wealth, that money will mess you up. It will mess you up because you don't have a purpose for it. Any money you don't have the wisdom to make, you can never manage the money. Any money you do not have the wisdom to make, you can never manage it. Therefore, you must overcome the spirit and the mindset of poverty and focus on wealth mindset. Rich people are not rich because of what they have. They are rich because of what they do with what they have. That's the mindset of the rich. Now, the question is, why should you be financially wealthy? And that's our focus today. Why? Now, I've been talking about financial wealth over today and in our last class. What is that? Why should you? Because sometimes if you don't know the purpose why you should become financially wealthy, you may miss it. I may miss it. So I want to use this section to share the details why we must. I want that hunger to arouse in us on the reason why we must be financially wealthy. One of the major reasons people remain poor or average in life is because they have a very weak why on their reason to create wealth. Are you in that category? Many people have not defined their purpose and direction in life, and they have just accepted whatever life gives to them on a daily basis. No purpose, no direction, no clarity of why they want to become wealthy. Please define it. Be explicit to it. Some people are just after survivor mentality type of life, and they are never aiming to become significant in life. All these people care for is to at least have 3 meals a day, have a small shelter to sleep, and clothes to cover their nakedness. There is no drive. There is no passion to develop their mindset for greatness. They don't even want to stress themselves at all. And I want to quickly share a story to buttress on this. There is a story of a man that always goes to fish. And when he goes to fish, someone observed him that when he caught a fish, he has a measuring tape. He is going to measure the size of the fish. And when the fish, when it passes through the size of the tape, he throws it back into the sea or into the river. And if the fish size meets the tape measurement that he has, it keeps that. So many times he's keeping the smaller size, and the bigger fish, he throws them away. Then someone asked him, who had been observing him, that, guy, what's happening? I have seen that you come here, you spend hours, you try to fish, and you are able to catch the bigger ones, and you throw them away, and you only have the small ones. Why do you do that? He said, oh, the reason I do that is because I have a very small frying pan in my house. And the reason I'm fishing is just so that I can eat and enjoy my life. So when I caught a fish, I need to check the size. If the size of the fish is smaller than my frying pan, I throw it away because it will not fit into my frying pan. So it is the one that is small that I keep. Is that your mindset also about your wealth? Many of us, that's our mindset in acquisition of money. We only want money so that we can at least wear good shoes, have a small car to ride around town, have a small porch house, 2-bedroom flat, and you are doing fine boy, fine girl around. That's only your mindset. Your thinking is like a fisherman, not thinking of a bigger purpose and impact in life. My encouragement to everyone on your purpose for why you must have fun, on your why to create financial wealth must be something beyond you. It has to be something beyond you. Where there is no purpose and direction, people accept anything that comes their way. The only reason you eat food is because you are hungry. If you are not hungry for wealth, with a clear purpose on why you want to become wealthy, you may remain average for life. Can I plead with everyone today? There is sweetness, there is joy for your wealth to impact people, for your money to impact people's life. That is my dream. That is my focus. That is my ambition on daily basis. I am so passionate because I am saying that many of us, we are just so relaxed. So relaxed. Many don't have a drive. Many are just so lazy. No drive to grow their wealth. No drive to impact lives. And to address this, the why, on the reason we want to become wealthy, I would like us to look at the pyramid of wealth. And the pyramid of wealth would address your why. And I learned this also from my mentor, Dr. Oluwole Emmanuel. Now, I am not ashamed sharing where I'm learning some of these things from, because according to my another mentor, Dr. Olum and Dr. David Oyedepo, it says that it is stupidity to doubt what is gainful in your life. With all due respect, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel has been a top-level financial expert, and I'm learning so much under him. And I am so proud to share some of the things I'm learning with us all. And some of this information are outside there that you can learn from. So let's look at the pyramid of wealth in addressing the why, for why you want to create wealth. This category of people, and the first one is, we have what we call the financial level. So when we talk about pyramid, you can think of a pyramid, it's in the levels. It's like is it a triangle shape? So it's in a triangle shape and it's a level. So there are 5 levels that we will look at. And that level will make you to know which level you and I fall into, and addresses the reason why we need to change our level today, and which is the why we must become financially wealthy. The number one is financial crisis. That's the first level, and that is the low level of the pyramid. At the lower level of the pyramid, we have people that are in financial crisis, and I've defined this already. These are the people that are poor. These are the people in my first class. I defined them as a chronic and absolute poverty. So when you are struggling and you are below $2 income, according to the World Bank, you are at a financial crisis level. And I shared that you're below $2 for a person in Nigeria. If your income in a month is less than 70,000 naira, for somebody in South Africa, your income level is less than somewhere around 300 to 400 rand. In someone in Eswatini, someone in Mozambique, and the rest, if your income level in Mozambique is less than 3,000, in Ghana, your income level is less than, is it 700 Ghana cedis? You are in this category, financial crisis people. And we have many people in that level. They are at the bottom of the pyramid. And I said, one of the solutions of moving from this level is that people under this level, you must continue to seek knowledge and overcome poverty mentality. That's the solution on this level. People must continue to seek knowledge and overcome a poverty mentality. And one of the things they must do is they must offer service to help people, and they have to do it voluntarily. No human being on this earth that does not bring value. So even at their state of financial crisis, they also bring value. And when these people understand that they need to offer service, even voluntarily sometimes, it will help them move from financial crisis to the next level. And one way they can do that, I have an example. I go to a place to do exercise. It's around the Polana area in Mozambique here. And it's and there are street boys in that area. And one of the things I observed is that sometimes when I come there, out of wanting to be their friends, when I'm living there, I just give them money. A lot of people do exercise. And over time, I observed that one of them, when I park the car that I drive, the guy would come, clean my car without even I asking him. And I begin to recognize the guy. And sometimes I give him a higher amount. And I observed that over time, this became a culture, and many of them now develop it. Now, these are street boys that sometimes they sleep on the street, but they understood that you don't need to tell them. They see your car, they quickly clean it. They clean it, they wash the tire, and you give them something. But we have many people that are in this category, they will never do that. They will always sit down and be praying and waiting for God for blessing without thinking of offering service voluntarily. Anyone under the bottom of the pyramid of financial crisis, that's the secret you should learn today. That you need to offer help even when they don't ask you. And from there, people will begin to like you, favor you, and give you opportunities. So that's the solution for this level. The second level, we have the second level under the pyramid, which is called the financial instability people. And the financial instability people, this category of people are not in financial crisis, but the income they make through salary or their businesses is not enough to cover their bills and expenses per month. So they live on debt and liabilities on a constant basis. Are you in that category? The truth is that you are not under financial crisis. You are not under those that we call poverty people. But the money you make cannot meet your bill. So every month, you have to live on bills. You have to live on debt. You have to borrow money. The greatest weakness from this group is that they hide critical decisions of their life, and they will never seek guidance from those ahead of them or accept constructive feedback. That's the biggest problem of this category of people. They remain financially unstable because they are not ready to seek help. So in the midst of their challenges, they still stay on their own. They still have a circle of group of people that will keep advising them wrongly. The right guidance, they will not want to get. They will not want to accept constructive feedback that will help them move from their instability to stability. They don't get ideas. They take tough decisions of their life, critical decisions of their life, and they will never get guidance. Can I tell you people one of the truths in my life? I have never made some major decisions without seeking guidance from people ahead of me. Can I be honest with us this evening? I don't have people that just come to me. I am the one that look for people. I am the one that look for mentors to guide me. I reach out per time, per level, per moment. And I have seen it helping me because I realize that there are people ahead of me. I don't know it all. And that is the mindset that these individuals don't. So they believe they know it all. And they continue to struggle in their instability state. Unfortunately, people under these categories, they have emotional mindset that one day a miracle of financial wealth will happen. That's their mindset too. They continue to feel that one day something would happen. So they continue to give birth to children they don't have the capacity to train. They continue to, in the state of their emotion and in the state of their lack, they continue to give birth. You see people struggling and they are having 2, 3, 4 children. And you keep imagining, how would this person train this child? You give birth to the first one. Can't you use your common sense to wait? Can't you put your wife on a family planning? But they won't care. They believe one day a miracle will happen. In fact, they still have the same mindset that our parents and our grandparents used to have, that it is the number of children you have. You don't know the one that will succeed, so keep giving birth. And I can count many people, many, 7, 8, 9 children in a state of poverty. Are you okay? No, that's not the kind of life we should live. You continue to stay under a financial instability state. No, it shouldn't. This category of people, they pray well. They remind God why he must change their story. But every aspect of their life is a waste, even in their lack and want. Even in their state of lack, they are still wasting resources. And they do not have the discipline to save and invest to grow their finance. That's the problem in this category. No discipline to save, no discipline to grow their finance. Even in their financial instability state, they still eat morning food, they eat afternoon food, and they even eat evening food, evening meal. They eat morning, afternoon, and evening meal. They tell you, forget it, we'll eat 3 times a day. At their instability, financial instability state, they tell you that they cannot do without eating. Unfortunately, many of our religious leaders, they fall under this group. Now, somebody may say, but why am I more conscious around religious leaders? Let me tell you the reason. Because our religious leaders are the one affecting us in many cases, in all the religions, many religions. If our religious leaders can take responsibility and begin to change their mindset, it will help. People continue to take things for granted because they have an opportunity to be on the pulpit and they have the mic on their heads. And they abuse privileges and opportunities. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. We need to understand that your capacity to be stable in your finances is not just God involvement only. You must take responsibility. Your wife has to take responsibility. You both cannot just be bearing up children without proper plan. Then you overburden yourself. No. People in this category also, they have fear and they are risk averse. That's another problem. They are never ready to start a new thing. So they knew that what they are currently doing now is frustrating, and that is not what they want. So the reason they stay on a job, even though that job is frustrating, they are thinking of the salary. These people are under the salary mentality, financial instability people. So they will not want to leave the job, even when they are frustrated in the salary. Why? Because they have the fear that, oh, what if I lose the job? What if I lose the job? What if I lose the job? Another point, to get out of this before we go to number 3. What is the recommendation I have here? Please, people under financial stability need to be humble. They need to be teachable. You must grow and increase your capacity and add value to people for you to move from financial instability to stability. Also, such people must cut every waste in their life and build a disciplined life of savings and investment culture. They must live according to their income level part-time. No, it is not a competition. Live part-time. Stop competing. Live within your income level. There are those then we also have the level 3. The level 3 are what we call the financially stable people. The financially stable people. So this category of people, the income they generate in their business, the income they generate in their work is okay. They are satisfied. They are fine. And many are in this category. They are financially stable. But this level is also a very risky level. There are those in the middle class and upper level with good salary and businesses and business income that can cover all of their bills. And they can still have the resources to save. This category of people, they can even build a house. They have cars. Their children go to the best schools. They can go to vacation at any country where they like because they are financially stable. But the reason they are financially stable is based on their stable salary or stable business income from their employment or business partner. That's the reason. The reason they have financial stability is because they have a job that pays them well. They are at a managerial level. They are at a directorship level. They are at a coordinator level. They are earning good salary in thousands of dollars. Feeling big, feeling okay, feeling a comfortable life. but it's also a risk. Many under this group, they live an extravagant life and they have a low savings and no investment. Some of them want to live where they cannot afford because they want to measure with their colleagues. They want to show that they are also there. They have very little assets and investment that can sustain their lifestyle. That's the challenge here. They have a mindset that the job will continue forever. And when sudden occurrence happens, they become grounded. Earlier this year, many people unfortunately fell under this category, particularly for those in the developmental world, in the NGO. People that thought that, oh, they have all the jobs, they have everything. Unfortunately, many fell under this situation. Financial stability is the most risky, and many of us, including myself, we are in this category. I'm not exonerated. Today, we feel that we are stable, but this is the most risky and the most dangerous level you should stay at. Never you be in this level, because any small thing may happen and you may go back to instability. Any little thing may happen, that business may just crumble, and you go back to square zero. And many of us are in this level, level 3, under the pyramid of wealth, financial stable people. We feel we have arrived. We feel that our money has come, and we continue to enjoy our life. Oh, the organization is there, forgetting the fact that business, that organization may just go down one day. Unfortunately, this is where many of us are today, as I said. If anything happens leading to loss of employment, or their business associates stop patronizing their product or service, there is no much savings and investment that can maintain their current lifestyle within 6 months. And such people will return back to financial instability. The highest savings they have is 6 months. After 6 months, you will pity their lives. Are you in that state? Am I in that state? This is one of the reasons you must start thinking why you must become wealthy. I want you to understand that no matter the work, the income you are making, if you are at this level of financial stable level, you are not there yet. Don't deceive yourself. You may be lucky and you get your retirement. You get all through retirement and you still have your job. But to what extent, what impact will you be able to make? To what extent can you sustain it? So my encouragement to many in this level today, that you are still in the working class, you are still doing business, you must edge out from this point. And that is why you must become wealthy. That is why I must become wealthy, because I don't want to stay in this level. And the level that we should be dreaming of, and which is our journey to financial wealth, is the journey which is called the level 4. Why you should become wealthy. You must become wealthy to get to what we call financial independence. Who are these people? The people that we call financial independence, they are the group of people that they are wealthy and rich people. This group has sufficient assets. Please listen to what I'm saying. They have sufficient assets and cash generating investment that can sustain them for life if they choose never to work or make money again. How many of us are in this category? Let's be honest with ourselves. That let's assume you choose today to stop working. Can you stay consistently in that lifestyle you are living and be independent all through your life? So that tells you that you need to move from where you are, and this is why you must be wealthy. Their financial resources can meet all their monthly bills and afford them the life they desire. They are wealthy in hard currency and not just local value currency. How many of us have wealth in dollars? Have hard currency? How many of us here? As I said the last time during our class, that if you see you are dwelling on your Ghana cedis, on your Meticash or your Naira, you are not there yet. You should be thinking of a millionaire in dollars and in millions, in millions, in billions. That's what we should be thinking of. And I will tell you the purpose why. So these level 4 people, they have what we call diversified portfolios across countries and businesses to mitigate any potential risks. They use proceeds from their assets to buy all their liabilities and address their needs. Do you see the mindset of these people? They don't use their money to buy liabilities. It is the proceeds from their asset. They have invested to the level that even when they have a conglomerate where they are employing 500 people, the return on an investment is what pays the salary, it's not the revenue. That's the mindset of the rich. The mindset to become a financial independent level. They use assets to buy every liabilities they want. These kind of people, they focus more on building assets and not liabilities. I was listening to Robert Kiyosaki just few days ago. He's going to be in South Africa. I encourage anybody in South Africa, and I know I have some of our South African people here. If you can attend that program in Johannesburg, if you can, is a big pro. In fact, I got to know it very late. If not, I would have attended. I was going to attend it. Robert Kiyosaki was saying that that when he needs to buy a car, he will not use his money to buy a car. That man is something else. And is the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. I know many of us have read that book, Robert Kiyosaki. He said he won't use the money to buy a car. What he would rather do, he will buy a house. And when he buys a house, the revenue from that house, the investment return from that house, he will not use it to buy the car he needs. He said he doesn't keep money in the bank too much. What he does is that he wears gold wristwatch. He put gold chain, and people will be thinking this man is stupid. He said no. Because that gold that he bought at $10,000 today, in 2 years' time or 1 year time, that gold may become $20,000 in value. Whereas keeping the money in your bank account would never give you that amount. Do you see the mindset of the rich? They want to buy cars. I said they put their money in investment and they use the return from their investment to buy the car. They have an imagination for producing money and making money work for them and not they working for money. That is where we should get to. This is why you must become wealthy. Where money works for you and you are not the one working for money. Now, am I saying you shouldn't continue your job? No. But even in that job you are doing, your savings and investment should be generating income so that it is growing. You are investing. I was telling some people now that by the grace of God, I have already think of my children's school fees when they go into university, because I will not want to start paying school fees at that time for them. And what am I doing today? And I'm going to encourage many. And I learned that from the mentors ahead of me. Rather than doing an investment, and I need to teach people this, and please hear me well. Now, I know there are a lot of school investment funds, and some bankers may not like what I will share now. There are school investment funds. The highest they may give to you to invest for your children, they say, oh, keep depositing every month. The highest they will give you, maybe 10%, maybe 15%. It's not bad. And you keep contributing little by little. But can I encourage you today, particularly for many of us that we are still young and we still have young children that are planning to go to school, particularly the universities at the next 5 years, because that's where the cost is. Go and buy a good land. at a good location or a promising location. Buy the land. Get all your documents. Fence the land. Leave it. In 10 years' time, as long as the land you bought is genuine, is in a promising location. Now, please be careful with the word I'm sharing. I didn't just say go and buy a land anywhere. A place that is promising, that you know that this place has high value. You must have made all your research. I can tell you, a proceed from a sale of one land can pay all your children's school fees the next 10 years. That's the mindset of the wealth. I'm just giving you free gift like that. That's the mindset of the wealth. I was hearing there was a very big woman in the city of Abuja. Recently, I heard of her story. I wouldn't want to go into details about her so that people don't know. She says she bought a land, 25 million, some years ago. And I think over 20 years, she bought that land, either 20 or 15 years. She sold the land recently, 800 million naira. That is what land can give to you. A land of 25 years, no bank. Imagine she put 25 million in the account. Tell me the bank, tell me the investment house that will give you that return. That's the mindset of the rich. I'm being mindful of time. Let's quickly move. The number 5 level. Now, this is the level we should now attain to, not just staying at financial independence. The level of the financial significance and financial freedom. That's the top level of the pyramid. In this level, this group of people, they are at the final level of the wealth pyramid. They are similar to people under the financial independence. But in addition, they have much more resources that they give back on annual basis to charity in millions, in billions, and yet their resources never get finished. That's where we should aim at. Don't stop at financial independence. Everyone here, the reason you must get wealth is the purpose of giving back. If you don't have it in mind, you won't get there. This is where we should aim at. According to John Maxwell, he says success is what happened to you. And that is what financial independence gives you. You become financially successful. That's what happens to you. But significance is what happened through you. How many lives are you ready to sustain? How many lives are you ready to impact? And can I encourage you? You need to start that today and now. Don't wait till you build wealth. Let it be in you that there is somebody you want to lift up in your community, in your environment. There is one person you want to support, even if it's to pay small of their school fees, no matter your financial level. Start it now. Do you know why? Because once you start it, your mindset begins to change as somebody that is ready to impact wealth. See, if you don't see it, you can't become it. And by seeing it is by taking action. This week only, I can't tell you the number of people I have helped in 1 week. None of them asked. I have them on, some of them are on this part. None of them. I am begging people to help them. I'm not there yet. I have told you I'm also at your same level of financial stability. But because I understood that for me to get to financial significance, I must be a giver. I must build myself where no matter the resources, there must be something kept to impact the lives of people. That is the goal we should become. This is where we should be. And my encouragement with every one of us is to look at that purpose. As I round up, after sharing the 5 levels of wealth pyramid, can you be honest to yourself and identify your current financial level? Let's be honest. Where do you fall? Because don't be deceived. Don't deceive yourself, because your ability to know your current financial level will help you to know how to get to the level you want to reach in your wealth journey. Please, if you are in financial instability, know it and begin to walk out of it. If you're in financial crisis, know it. If you're in financial stability, know it. There is no shame in it. I am not hiding my situation to you. I knew where I am, and I've just told you guys now. And I am making effort to move out from where I am to move to my next level. And that is the purpose for wealth. If you don't know the start point of your journey, you can't get to your destination. Now, quickly, as I round up, I will rush this very quick in the next 5 minutes. The mindset of the financially wealthy. Number one mindset of people that are financially wealthy is that they are intentional to grow their financial life daily. So if you want to move to financial significance and independence, you must have intentionality to grow your wealth. If you are not intentional, I cannot help you. Your parents can't help you. No matter how wealthy your parents are, no matter how wealthy your government is, your uncle is, they can't help you. You must take responsibility by yourself, and you must be intentional to grow your financial life. If you are not intentional and disciplined to grow your finances, nobody will help you. Wealth is not gotten by accident. There must be a strong will from you, and you don't need to fake it to make it. You don't need to fake it. Just start from the level you are. Just be yourself and never put yourself under pressure. Don't allow anybody to put you under pressure. You must learn to save. You must learn to invest. You must learn to have mentors in your life to help you to become wealthy. There is no shortcut to wealth creation. There must be intentionality. Do you have the intention to grow your wealth? Number two, you want to build a financial wealth? You must have, or they want to, people that want to build the mindset of the wealth, they want to make impact in the world and add value to people. That's it. Are you planning to make impact? Are you planning to add value? If you are not, then please don't grow to get wealth. If the reason you want to be wealthy is not to use it to help and impact the world and to transform life positively, then there is no need. Don't waste our time. Don't waste your time. Please don't become wealthy if you are not ready to meet the basic essential needs of people and put smiles in their faces. We are not encouraging you to waste money, but you must meet people's needs, and there will always be genuine people around you that is in need of financial upliftment. There would always be. So if the purpose you want to, and that's the purpose of why people become wealthy. That's why the Dangotes, that's why the Bill Gates, think of them. They continue to grow their way because they want to impact their world. The Mark Zuckerberg, they want to. You have Bill Gates Foundation impacting lives in health sector in African region and different places. You have different foundations, Hensley Foundation, different people that they have built wealth and they are impacting their lives with wealth. That's the life we should live. The number three mindset of the wealth is that they are passionate to continue to grow their wealth. They never get tired in growing their wealth because they never want to stop making impact in lives of people. They want to reach millions of lives around the world, around the earth, and to transform them daily. Listen, when you do not use your money for the right purpose, in fulfilling God's will for your life, I can tell you the devil will help you use it. And when the devil helps you to use that money, you will live a frustrated life and you will regret ever having wealth. I conclude. Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the GTEx founder, he says that never get jealous of my success in life if you fail to know my pain and my sacrifice towards attaining my wealth and success in life. Don't get jealous with people that are wealthy. Don't get jealous with people that are wealthy. except you understand their sacrifice. Because where there is no pain, there is no gain. Thank you so much. Let's take questions. Let me quickly set up so that people can, yeah, so I have given access for those on Zoom. You can ask your questions or you can drop your questions on the chat box. And for those on WhatsApp also, if you have a question, kindly let me know, please.
So I wanted to say first, thank you so much for so many valuable information, and this session has been amazing. And particularly, there are some principles that I've been already applying, and others that I think I can perfect. But now, I'd like to know, how can we help somebody who has the victim mentality? Why? Because I've had someone close, very close to me, who unfortunately has this mentality of it's always bad luck, either it's always a situation. They always blame others. And when you try to teach them that you don't have to victimize yourself, they feel as though we are not regarding their pain, or that we are not respecting what they're going through financially and in life. So is there any way that we can try to impact someone to change that mentality? Or if they don't take that decision, it's not up to us? Because at the end of the day, we also suffer being close people, because we can identify that this pattern is what is hindering that person. But then again, when we try teaching it to them, it seems like they do not assimilate that information.
Okay, thank you. I'll be honest with you, every one of us, we have people in our lives that are under victim mentality and they victimize us. Every one of us, including myself, I do, and I still have. I have learned, and I continue to learn, that one of the things we should start doing for those people in that category is we need to be very honest with them and give them opportunity to grow and to take responsibility over their lives. I was speaking to somebody very close to me yesterday. I won't mention names. And I was telling the person that I'm sorry, I will no longer help somebody within my circle at a particular point on financially until those people take responsibility of their lives. I will not. And this is, we have to get to that, build courage to help people. Can I be honest with you? People that are under the victim and victim mentality, no matter the amount you give to them, they are never successful. And I can guarantee you, I have done that. They are never, because that mentality will tell them that they will waste it and they will give you time. They may give you space for 1 year, but they will come back again, because they never worked for it. So one thing you should do for those people is encourage them to take responsibility of their life. Let them go and learn. Let them go and learn a trade. And those people, they have big expectations. They are not ready. You see, one of the things that affect them is that they have pride. Pride is their biggest weakness. And sometimes they don't know this until they speak truth to themselves. They are so proud that they are not ready to humble and learn things that will help them to start at a lower level, because they have already experienced money in one way or the other, and they don't want to start from lower level. No. Let me quickly share something. And I just want to use that to pass a message. Myself and my family, and this has nothing to do with investment mentality, but I'm just sharing this to tell you that we must always be bold to make some decisions in our life. Now, I work in an NGO, and our fundings also is significantly funded by the US government. And all of us are aware of the new administration in the US and the decisions that they took. Now, when that information happened, myself and my family took a decision to have a very good investment in Mozambique. And because the housing in Mozambique is very expensive, where you pay in thousands of dollars, and we went into a financing lease with a very good package, and we were already about to conclude on the process. When that decision happened, now I can tell you that some investment that have gone into that is in thousands of dollars from us already. Now, there is now this announcement from the Trump government, and it has affected a lot of programs across the world, and it has affected us. I spoke truth to myself and my wife. We made the decision that we don't know what would happen, but we need to be wise. We engage the company and we told them we are backing out from this deal. It's a painful deal for us. It's a painful deal for them, but we had to back out because we don't want to subject ourselves where we will not become a victim in whatever circumstances and start blaming people. If there is one thing I care over my life, I care for my peace. And I can tell you that that decision we took is helping us a lot. It was tough. You know, we paid some money. School fees of life is what we call it. Whether we'll get it or not is still a different situation. But I'm just telling you that there are times that we need to make a bold step. And the challenge of these people is that they don't. So you that you are supporting them, you need to be honest. You see, when you continue to do that, you are not helping them. And I want to encourage many of us here. Let's stop it. Now, should you help people, help them. How should you help? Help somebody if the person wants to build capacity to learn. And once they want to build capacity to learn, give them the opportunity. Let them go through so the person says, oh, I want to open a barbering salon. And you know that this person have not learned how to do barbering salon. How do you open it? The person will waste it. So what should you do? Tell the person, go and learn. Go and learn. Go to the school. Go and learn. Go and sit with a barber. Learn it. And you should monitor it. Then, if the person tells you you need a capital of, let's say, 200,000, I'm just giving an example. Don't give them the 200,000. Give them 50 to start. So, and tell them that I'm going to give you the remaining in the future years if you succeed on this. I can tell you that would help them a lot. Let's stop helping people financially, particularly when those people are not ready to grow. I'm not saying you shouldn't help. I help people every day. This week, I still help people. But I'm careful the people I help until I see that they are ready and they take responsibility of their lives. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. James. And that reply went even deeper than what I would expect, because definitely it's the balance between trying to help, but also trying to change the mindset. So this is the best answer I could actually get. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Desire. Okay, there is a question from Kulan. Oh, okay, before then, I think Samuel, thank you, sir, for amazing submission on financial world. This is very insightful. Anna, God bless you, sir, for this eye-opening teaching. I now know my level. Thank you so much. Kulan, he says, thank you so much for the insight about wealth that you have unveiled to me this evening. But how will we be able to come out if part of the crisis people in the first pyramid, and how to make improvement? Thank you, sir. My encouragement is that listen to it again. As I said, those people under the financial crisis, which is the first level, the way you come out is that offer help voluntarily. That's what you should do. Let people see you that you are ready to add value. I'm telling you, because in the midst of adding value, you will get an opportunity. My mentor, Dr. Lumide, he shared an experience a time ago. He said they were driving in Lagos in the turn, and they had a flat tire at a very environment. And while they were there, some touts, some street boys came. And those street boys, they say, oh, you have to pay us before we fix your tire. He said, guys, what's your problem? You didn't even help. And all you're after is that I have to pay. They say, no. If you don't pay, we are not going to help you. That's the mentality of the poor, those in financial crisis. He said, he told them, do you even know that I can change your life? They said, oh, we don't care. you have to pay us. So he said, okay, fix it. And I think he gave them 50,000 or something, or 20,000. I can't remember. Very small amount. Now, he said he was they were driving in another location, and this is even a more risky area, and they had a flat tire. And some street boys again came out. And those street boys, they just say, hey, big man, let's help. And they looked for, they help, and they just finished, and they were hailing them that, sir, thank you. They don't know him, and they just offered for him. And he looked at them, he said, wow. He said, you people help me without asking for money. He said, I want to help you guys. And he gave them a check immediately, either a check or even a transfer, 2 million naira over 10 years ago. Go and check the value of 2 million. It's not recent. He said, dear, 2 million naira. And he gave them his card that anytime you need help, find me. That's the mentality of the crisis people. If they want to help themselves, you offer help without money. Because in the midst of offering help, opportunities may come. Opportunities may come. So in your environment, you try to see what can I do? What work can I do voluntarily? Which offices can I go just to be cleaning? You have your neighbor's car. You see that you just go clean their car. Oh, sir, I just cleaned your car. The man will be observed. Well, many people, they are so lazy, they won't do it. They won't do it. Because they feel that they have a mentality that they will get it without that. So that's what they should do, Kolan. Offer help at that level. Emeka, you want to contribute, please, you can. If you have a question or you, yeah.
Okay, good evening, Mr. James. Good evening, everyone. I must say that I've been very much impacted by your teachings today. I don't think I've ever heard it this direct and real. My contribution and question is, I can always remember you've always had a mentor, even as far back as 2000s when we were in the university. I can mention a few. I know your uncle who worked in the FIRS was one of your mentors who guided you. And some of us like me, I've never had a mentor, even in my immediate family, who gave me some financial advice, who helped me build knowledge on finance. I've always depended on my intelligence, which has not really proven to be the final answer. So I've always had a fear with regards to investment decision because I've never had a financial mentor. So how do I avoid having that fear? And how do I improve myself on making good financial decisions that would better my life and help me move from my level in the pyramid?
Thank you so much, Emeka.
Then also,
okay.
Can I add a question?
Yes, please.
Yes, also too, I know you made 1 or 2 suggestions on how to, build financial investment, like you said about buying land in preparation for your children's tuition in future. But you can still throw more light and give suggestion on how one can have a clear financial goal, be it short-term, mid-term, or long-term. Just 1 or 2 light suggestion would really help some of us here.
Okay. If it's okay, so we would have the part 3 of this. So at the part 3 of this, I'm just answering your last question here. On the part 3 of this is going to be how to create the wealth, because that's the main topic. So the part 3 of it would be how we will create wealth and how we will retain wealth. And it will address that question. So today, our focus is why you need to be wealthy. So the next part, and that is going to hold not next week, in 2 weeks from now. So the week after the Easter Sunday, I think that should be the last Sunday of the month. We would hold that. So it will be how to create wealth and retain wealth. And it is in that I will give what we should do. And let me also quickly share here that, please, there is a mindset and a misconception in the world today, and I am one that disagree with it. Don't think that it is only people that are doing entrepreneurship or business that will become wealthy in life. I can tell you that statement is not true. People that are in career can become wealthy. And I will be sharing deep things in that section. One thing I want us to understand is that no matter the work you are doing, there are principles to creating wealth. It doesn't matter whether you are doing business. It doesn't matter whether you are doing a salary, you are a salary earner or even a civil servant. If you follow those principles, you will make it. During our next section, we are going to be discussing that in 2 weeks' time. So I'm addressing the last question from Emeka. Now, on the question regarding mentors, now let me share this. And I'm being very objective in life. And the truth is that I remember that many people that, and I can say it confidently, this teaching is going to go to YouTube. So it's something that is going to be accessible. There is no one person, including my family members or my uncles, that have ever called me to sit me down and give me advice over my life. No one. I am confidently saying this publicly. The one person I can say with all due respect, and is not a family member, is more like a daddy to us, is somebody we call Akin George. Akin George is one person that I would say in terms of building our career and our future, we were so young, he built that on us. And he made sure that even when I was to get my admission, he supported that. But my uncles and the rest, they played a part. I'm not trying to fault anybody. Now, what did I do? With my uncles and all of them, and those are like the one you said in IFRS, I took the decision to go and meet him. So I visit them, they support me in school, they pay some cash. When I go to them weekend, I have a good time with them. But I took a decision to meet him. And I am the one that asked. And this is where many of us are making the mistakes. And I want to encourage many people. Look, the first thing is that mentors will never find you. You are the one that will find them. And that is something we should learn today. And there are always mentors around that you can always find. What is in that mentor that you want? So this, my uncle, I saw him being successful. He did ACCA. He did all of that. And I met him and I said, sir, I want to do ACCA. I want to also, if I want to serve, where can I serve, do my service? And he encouraged me that, look, James, think of serving in Abuja for strategic reason. Now, that is what a mentor can give. But I went to them. As young as I am, I seek the help. And they provided it, and I'm grateful for that guidance. I am so grateful. So for mentors, look, any one of us, we can find mentors. Every time in my life, my mentors are not, I'm referring to Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. I'm referring to John Maxwell because I'm treating on a subject where they have attained high level of success and achievement, and I can reference them today, particularly when we talk about area of finance. Dr. Olumide is critical. But these are not the only two mentors I have. There are some of my mentors that are still here on this call that I still reach out to. I have mentors in marriages, in my marriage. I have mentor in seeking advice. I didn't have, my relationship with Dr. Olumide just started October last year. And I paid for that. And I don't even have him one-to-one consistently. But there are still people within my network that I'm able to reach out to. Sir, I'm about to make this decision. What would you say? One of my mentors, I told you people, he spoke to me last December. He said, no, early this year. He said, James, I'm seeing that you're doing very well. And he's in the UK currently. He said, I see that you're doing very well. And he may also be on this call. I want you to invest also and let your wife be achieving the successes you're achieving. So let her also get empowered. And that is what a mentor can give. But we are going to come around how to sustain and get mentorship. That is, so after the wealth class, the subsequent topic we'll be having, hopefully in the month of May, and I would beg everybody not to miss it, is on relationship. That's the subject we'll be building. And on that topic of relationship, mentorship is one part we'll be covering. Can I be honest with us? Mentorship is almost everything outside of God, apart from God. The second person every one of us must have is sustainable mentorship. I won't say more than that. Let's wait for that teaching, and I'm happy to have more insight if people reach out to me individually. So, Emeka, what I would say is that please find mentors. Every environment you have, look at the lives of people that are successful genuinely. Make an effort to reach out to them, build a sustainable relationship, and have that mentorship with them. You also talked about the aspect of, can I remember your third question? I think I addressed that. Yeah, I can't remember the third question, something around land or something. We can also discuss that during the next section of our class. Just be mindful of time. We have 3 minutes. Do we have any other question? There is a question from, one of one of my mentors is also here. He has just had a comment here, which is Mr. Ogwesheye. He was my PE teacher in secondary school. Thank you so much, sir. In fact, Mr. Ogwesheye is one person that pulled me. He made me have the courage to do business without shame. When I was in my GS2, he gave me an opportunity to do a business by selling, what do they call it? When they play tournament, there was an African Nation Cup or Olympic, and Kaduna State was a stadium they were using, either an African Nation Cup. And there is this, where you have the matches, the games, and the times. I've forgotten what they call it. It's a small card. He did it, and he told me, "Oh, sell, you get your commission." And I went to stadium as young as I am. I made good money. Thank you so much, sir. He's also on this platform. You see, there are things we will never forget. These are things over 20 years ago. You see, I still remember. That's the value of mentorship. That's the value of mentorship. Sir, I'm so grateful. He said here, awesome, James. Thanks for the insightful delivery of tonight's class. The method of delivery was so simple and easy to understand. I won't tell you my own level, but I know I have been impacted greatly and will surely take responsibility. Trust to share these teachings. I am blessed. Oh, thank you so much, sir. I am so grateful, sir. Emmanuel Jabuni says, please, sir, what do I do as a person if I don't even know which financial level I am? I am asking this because I was thinking that I was at level 3, but by your explanation, I have some futures of the level 2. In percentage wise, I will give 70% level 3 and 30% level 2. What do I need to do, please? So what you should do, listen to this audio again. Listen and listen over again. Be patient to stay tuned to our next section, because I'll be providing more insights on what you should do in whatever level you have. But I can guarantee, you see, the mistake some of us do is that when we do these teachings, you don't go back to listen to it. It's there now on YouTube. You can download it on YouTube and have it saved where you can play it offline. I myself, these things I teach, I am learning so much. The last section we had, I listened to it 3 times because I want to grow. I invest so much in learning these things, and I am still learning and growing in it. So please listen to it. It will help you, Emmanuel. Another point, I'm sorry, we already WhatsApp class, those on WhatsApp don't ask questions. That's good. Okay, everybody. Stephen Adejo says, thank you for these insightful lessons. God bless you. Yes, I want to thank everyone for our time. I deeply want to appreciate us for the trust. It takes trust to continue to reach out. And for me, my focus and my intention is to continue to add value. Now, in the course of adding value, I also want to, and I think I've gotten to that point where I should start this. To be honest with you all, every day my intention is, it's not that I'm scared to charge for fee, but I just want to add value to people. And I know sometimes people have financial challenges. But one of the things we have come to realize is that people don't take something serious until they pay for it. I am going to start a coaching section to support your growth. And please note, this will not be free, but I'm going to consider a lot of discount in it. And the reason people would pay for that is because I want you to be serious. And I've realized that not if people don't pay for something, they are not serious. Please reach out to me if you're interested. We are going to start in May. This is going to be, it has nothing to do with this, our section. That coaching section will be different. We're going to find a time during the week, once a week or twice a week. We're going to do a 6-week program. I can guarantee you that if you don't improve after that coaching section, you have yourself to blame, not me. I can tell you the truth because there will be so much of value that would help you. Growth is not just growth on finance. Any area of growth, we can select a subject that you want and we can go into it. Coaching section, but it will be a paid fee. And in our next class, I'm going to give you people the paid fee. And the reason I'm bringing this is that just listening to this, our section, will not help. You see the kind of questions everybody have, but the coaching section enables us to have a one-to-one relationship and engagement. It's just going to be one-to-one, you and I only. And we can open up and share some things and we will be able to help ourselves. And I can offer you value for that. So please take it serious when it comes. And there is a choice. It doesn't stop these free programs I do. I will continue because the intention of this is to continue to add value. I will not reduce information in sharing this. I spend hours to prepare my materials. And secondly, I would like to also invite you to become a Maxwell Leadership Certified member. Look, it's transforming my life. Can I be honest with us? I have just, my wife also have just enrolled. And my children would enroll by the time my daughter becomes 15. And this is because I know the value of becoming what it means to become a Maxwell Leadership member. As I said, the cost, there is nothing expensive that is not of value. Think about it. And if you're interested, reach out to me so that I can provide you recommendations. There is also this program in May 1. May 1 is a public holiday in Nigeria, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person. It's one of the books of Dr. Oluwole Manuel. And this book were written, all of these people in these pictures that you can see are those that he wrote the book with. And all of them, they are in careers and they are in their millions. If you read the book, there is so much wealth they brought in, and they are having a full workshop. Some of us on this platform, we have paid. We have more than 3 people now in this our platform that have paid. And we are connecting virtually. We're not going to go to Lagos. But you are in Nigeria, if you want to go to Lagos, it's the same amount, 150,000 Naira, which is, as I said, is less than $100. Think about it, invest. I am a student of Dr. Oluwole Manuel. I paid for his mentorship. I have this book. I still pay for it because learning is continuous. Seize this opportunity, and I can assure you it will be of help to you. I want to thank everyone for our time this evening, and deeply appreciate all that we have done